Sunrise, and I'm here with Vanessa from Town of Frisco. Hello.
Hi there.
And good morning and welcome back.
Thank you.
You were gone for a couple weeks. I missed you, and I'm so glad that you're back.
I'm happy to be back. I missed you too.
Well, we were just talking about the movie Night at the Museum, where all of the characters come to life at night when the museum shuts down. But Frisco, Colorado has its own Night at the Museum.
We actually do 4 of them over the course of the year in different seasons.
How cool is that?
So it's really cool. We do one for Halloween too, so that's coming up. But we're doing one tomorrow night too.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's with Dr. Sandy Mather, who's a historian who we're lucky to have in the area. And she wrote a children's illustrated book about history.
How cool is that? So you can, as a child, you can read this book to your child, and your child won't even know that they're learning because it's just fun. I love it when learning is fun.
Yeah, me too.
Who doesn't,
Yeah.
right? It's just, yeah.
And we talked about this, like whenever we go to a museum, we've all had those thoughts.
Right.
Wonder what happens when we're gone.
Right. Does everything come to life?
And really the Frisco Historic Museum and Park, great buildings and cabins that you can check out so you can see what life was like 150 years ago. And there's a wonderful a little mini diorama in the museum as well, with a train running through it, and it's very cool. It's a really cool spot for kids and adults.
Sure.
It really does. It gives you an idea of what that might have looked like. And so tomorrow that'll be from 5 to 8 p.m. on Friday, and absolutely free.
How
of course,
cool is
refreshments
that?
are included. And it should be just a really cool night to check out that book and to have Sandy Mather tell you a little bit more about history of Colorado and Frisco.
Can you purchase Sandy's book there as well?
I'm guessing you can. Sorry,
Perfect.
I don't know the details
I bet
on
she'll be doing some autographs then as well.
she
You can
would
probably
be.
get them signed.
Absolutely.
And that's tomorrow, you said, from 5 to 8.
5 to 8.
And so it's just an educational and fun time to learn about what Frisco was like 150 years ago.
And I think it'll be great for adults and kids. If you don't have kids, just come on over.
It's a fun thing to do on Friday night.
Sometimes I can only go for an illustrated book. Like, that's about as much as I can do at
Sometimes
night.
it's all our brains can handle. Like, totally. Hey, I'm sure that you're preaching to the choir. We all understand.
Right.
And then, but not only is there that, but next weekend as well, there's more. There's more fun to be had over in Frisco, as always.
Fall Fest.
Yes.
And it's a really interesting year for us. It's the 3rd annual Mount Royal Hill Climb, which from under 2 miles, you need to climb 1,500 feet to the top of Mount Royal.
Right.
And then the top female and male finishers are crowned the king and queen of Mount Royal. And the race ends on top of the mountain, but then they head back down to the Frisco Historic Park and they celebrate there, and we do the award ceremony there. And that's the kickoff to Fall Fest weekend.
Okay.
And we've kind of rejiggered Fall Fest a little bit. Restaurants came to us after an event that we had last year and said how we really enjoyed focusing on the food and cuisine of Frisco. We'd really like to be out here doing some kind of taste of. And so we came up with Flavors of Frisco. We have 18 participating restaurants. You can buy tickets.
Great.
They're $1 a ticket. It's Fall
Very
Fest
similar
bucks.
it's very similar to Frisco Barbecue.
Barbecue,
correct?
exactly. So you don't need to worry about purchasing tickets at each individual restaurant, 18 of them, or we'll accept credit cards, all that good stuff will make it really easy.
Perfect.
And you'll get a little small plate taste of what these 18 restaurants serve. If you can get through 18 small meals, I might be choosy about that.
Bring your appetite. Maybe it's a good idea to do the hike up Mount Royal so that you can burn those calories to make room for those tastings.
And just a reminder to people, Mount Royal, I've run it a few times, a few
I was
times
to say,
this
you
summer,
have.
and I do run a lot of it, and I am not superhuman, but I power hike the rest of it. Really, most anyone who's in fairly decent shape can go do that race.
Yep, it's true.
You don't need to feel like you're running the whole time.
The views up there, I mean,
They're awesome.
For the minimal amount of hiking that it really is, and the views that you get, it's phenomenal of the lake and of the entire county, and you don't even have to go all the way up to Peak 1. You're making this easy.
It's very cool. And so we'll have the Flavors of Frisco event on Saturday, a Make and Take art project for adults and kids. We're actually going to be, a local artist is going to help folks make postcards. And you can write them, you can create them and then write them right out at that point, and we will mail them for you.
How cool is
friends and
that?
family.
What a great feature.
And there are
That's
kids,
so nice.
kids events, and there's a regional art festival called Meet the Artists through Summit County Arts Council on Saturday and Sunday.
Perfect.
The Flavors of Frisco it's just on Saturday, but the arts festival is on both days.
Both days, okay.
So it should be really cool.
It sounds like a
I'm
ton
excited.
of fun. So tomorrow evening is Night at the Museum from 5 to 8 o'clock over at the Frisco Historic Park. And where to find more information, where should everyone go?
Just go to Town of Frisco.
townoffrisco.com for more information. You guys can figure out your weekend plans over at Frisco Fun over there. I love that. Just always a good time over in Frisco. Make sure that you go check that out. Thanks so much for coming on. And Night at the Museum tomorrow evening, 5 to 8 o'clock over at Frisco Historic Park. Check it out. We'll be back with more Summit Sunrise right after this.